The idea of an intervention is intimidating to many families. They struggle to decide and often end up doing nothing, usually because of a lack of information. So the addiction wins and continues to entrap their loved one, perhaps for years, as he or she bumps along the bottom or falls even further into the dreadful consequences of addiction. In considering intervention, here's the chief question families must answer, and it comes from my good friends Jeff and Deborah J., who are two of the leading interventionists in our country and with whom I have trained. They challenge us to ask this question: what would happen if everyone in the family, along with close friends, went to the addict in an outpouring of love and presented a solid plan for recovery? An intervention through Chrysalis is an act of love from a group of united, caring, and informed loved ones who present a reasonable plan for recovery to an addicted person. Now, here's some of the most common mistakes families make in considering intervention. They say, we're letting go. I prefer the word detach, as in the family detaches from the behavior or the consequences of addiction. And this is a good and necessary step for families to take. But only when every reasonable intervention technique is exhausted should we then let someone free fall. A second mistake, approaching the addict one-on-one. This usually takes the form of something like her husband talked to her and she threw a fit. There has probably been a long line of individual family members or friends that have tried to get the addict to change. But one-on-one, the addict always wins. He knows how to push the buttons of family members and deny and divert and divide and debate. Another mistake, we're afraid of making things worse. Often family members fear the addict's anger or threats and thus do nothing. It's a recipe for failure, and the addiction, again, wins. We never conquer anger with more anger, and we never conquer anger by doing nothing. Families will also say this: she's already said no. Well, of course she said no. The addiction is telling her to say no. But ask yourself this question: what would it take to get her to say yes? The collective love and will of a team of caring people is a very powerful psychological and spiritual dynamic. Addiction owns the brain. So the people that love the addict appeal to the heart in a planned, united, and reasonable manner. If you're struggling with the idea of moving forward with an intervention, consider a meeting or conference call with me to discuss your concerns. Bottom line is this: be informed. This may be the first time you've dealt with addiction in your family, but I deal with addiction all the time. Don't make a decision without proper investigation. Chrysalis is here to help. Give me a call. Let's talk. It's time to get well.